This video is about object training and its role in helping a horse named DaVinci recover from post-traumatic stress disorder. Here's an example of DaVinci targeting a flagstone with his front hooves. He then targets it with his hind feet. It seems like when his hooves are on the flagstone, it helps him anchor to one spot. This allows me to work with him untied. Here's another example of him targeting a pedestal, first with his front feet and then with his hind feet. Once all four are up on the pedestal, I'll ask him to pivot. The pedestal then becomes an object for him to target with his feet. I also let him target and manipulate his favorite ball. So here's an example of using objects both with his feet and with his mouth. It seems like the more objects I can incorporate into his work, the more confidence he gains. Using the flagstone as an anchor, I begin to prepare DaVinci for having me on his back. I have a feeling he's been under saddle before, and I want to see what his thoughts are about it. So far, he's okay with me at his side bouncing up and down. But when I go through the motions of having my foot in a stirrup, he gets a little worried and backs up and eventually walks away from me. But what's wonderful about the way I work with him is when he's too scared, he has the opportunity to walk away. And then when he's ready, he comes back to me. So this way he's never too stressed. So now that I know my foot in the air is something that he's not comfortable with, this allows me to use my foot in the air as an object for him to target. Throughout the process of DaVinci's recovery, he's had an ongoing fear of objects in my hand. Anything that's used to do something to him really bothers him. So to help him boost his confidence, I use the ball, something that he really likes, and I place it on his back. And this gets him used to objects being on him that aren't scary to him. I also let him manipulate the ball, which seems to direct his focus towards something he wants. And what he wants is to play with the ball and manipulate it. I also have him try to hand the ball back to me. This helps him so he gets used to having me really close to his body. Now here you see him about ready to target the flagstone with his front feet. And then I'll ask him to pivot because he's used to using that as an anchor to keep his front feet in one place. So with the bucket, this gives me another angle at getting him used to a human on his back. The extra height gives me the advantage, a better position to drape myself over his back. I then use the ball for him to target as I lean over to the far side. I also have him target my hand. It's very important to me at this point that he allows me to do all of this while he's unhaltered and unrestrained. This way it becomes his choice to stay with me. then try to make my foot really fun in his mind by placing the ball on my foot for him to target. I'm really happy because he seems much less afraid of my foot when the ball is attached to my foot. So in essence, I'm turning one scary object, which is my foot, into something fun. I'm using the ball as an object to dispel his fears and replace those feelings with something he enjoys.